Hey everybody, happy day before Easter. So I had to restart the video because I was shredding my cheese. I'm making those I just call them cheesy potatoes, uh but they have different names on the internet. But it basically is just cheese, hash browns. They recommend those shredded kind of hash browns, but I get these type, the patties, and just break them up, and cornflakes on top. This is the only part I'm not doing right now. I'm gonna do these when I'm ready to serve and everything, because when I'm ready to eat them and stuff, because these get soggy um after the leftovers and everything, but they are necessary for the dish in my opinion, because they do have this really delicious crunch, and they just really make the dish, But yeah, I just feel like when I eat them, I'm gonna do that step with the butter and then pop it in the oven, because I'll be like reheating the potatoes, and then I'll do this step. I was thinking of just putting it on the parts that I eat later, but I don't know. Okay, so then you need butter, and seasoning is your choice. She just put salt and pepper. I'm gonna put a little bit of this, and maybe a dash or two of this, and some onion powder, wherever that is. Onion powder. And cream of onion. Though a lot of recipes online say cream of chicken. I could use that too, but I choose cream of onion because this recipe is how I discovered there was a cream of onion. The lady whose video I saw it first on used cream of onion. So that just stuck with me, and I have a whole other case down there that, I don't know when I'm going to get to it. But I'm almost through this first case. first case. Ranch packet. I'm not sure yet. I was thinking of adding these as a seasoning, but I don't know. And cheese. I want to get rid of this Monterey Jack. I have some cheddar slices I may throw in, one or two. Because the cheese, I can't show it now because it was a mess. I was shredding it. It had been in the freezer for a few months because it is easier to shred frozen cheese. So, in my opinion, I just started shredding, and it just got a chunk of my, I don't even want to show it, chunk of my skin off. And so I had to press it to stop it from bleeding, and then I got some Vaseline, and I got to look for my liquid Band-Aid stuff, but it'll be okay. I wanted to make sure it didn't get in the cheese or anything. So I stopped the video and did all that. So let me get this started. All you do is preheat the oven to 350. Line a cake pan with foil because that makes it easier for cleanup. And since I'm done shredding, I can do the part now where I just put the potatoes in the pan. So I'm just going to spray this cake pan. I gotta get this cheese out of the way because... Okay. Then I'm gonna take the potatoes out of their packaging. And I know I'm breaking a rule, a Trader Joe's fan rule, by even using these, because these are so coveted right now. But I bought 3 packs the last time I was there. 2 of them were to eat, and 1 was for this recipe when I got to it. The only thing I'm not putting in the recipe that they say is sour cream, because I didn't really like that the last time. in it. So I was modifying this recipe regardless because it's just the way took the things I like from it and I'm putting that back in. But yeah, I use the Trader's hash browns because the first time making this is um I had these and I never would eat them or anything. They were in the freezer for like months, and I was like, I can finally get rid of those things. And so yeah, I bought those with this recipe in mind for one of the packages. Okay, so what you do is break up the hash browns, big size hash browns here. I usually have like two every morning if I'm not like rushing. Break them up in the pan. I'll show it at the end. This part's not really exciting anyway. And I also like these because hash browns typically, I don't know about Trader's brand per se, but certain brands they have an emphasis on I just want to wrap this so that nothing gets in that wound. Some potato hash brown brands have onion, and some people don't like that, and I love it personally. But these only have salt, so that's why I'm going to be adding some other seasonings to it. Onion powder, trying to cut back a little bit on my sodium, but so I've been really using the heezy out of this onion powder. They don't have to be broken into really small pieces, just break them up. Because this is what I figure. I'm not gonna make it all cute anyway, because I like just kind of throwing things in and mixing it all up after it's done. And I learned that from a lady on YouTube with the sweet potato casserole. No, candy yams. She did it that way, and ever since then I'm like, that's true. It kind of lets everything kind of cook how it cooks, and then okay, this is the last one. Another one you can use instead of breaking up hash browns is those seasoned like potato crowns and stuff. I walked to the store this morning. I got some vitamin D. I was at a creamer. So I finally made it to Vaughn's. And I got some bread rolls, those Bella rolls, creamer, and some my favorite Easter candy. But I didn't get the eggs. I got just the regular cups, Reese's cups. Those are my favorite, honestly. But I like the ones at my work because they sell out so much that they're always restocking them. So they're always fresh. And like when Reese's are fresh, like they have that crunch to it. And then it's just like the soft peanut butter inside. They're not all just kind of soggied, like they've been sitting. That doesn't necessarily mean they're not fresh when they're soggy, because they can still be like totally in date. But I don't like them like that. Like when they've been kind of sitting and stuff, like for months, and they're almost kind of there, and they're soft. And I'm not saying I would not eat them, but they aren't my favorite. My favorite is the way like they are at my work. But so I always make sure, like, even then they probably think I have OCD there at Vaughn's. I'm like checking, are they hard? Because if they're hard, that means they're fresh, And they had a sale at Vaughn's, buy two get two free. Okay, so now I'm going to be adding the ranch packet, and this is just my version of this. You got to do it how you like it. But if I'm adding this ranch probably won't add any of the other seasonings that I said I was going to add. Except maybe a dash more onion powder. You know, I'll just wait until after it's done to add seasoning. Because I feel like that just is better for me. I always go overboard or underboard or... Okay. Cream of onion. Oh, great. I always like to get every little drop of this because, you know, who doesn't like onions? Now this I said I don't stir nothing in and stuff, but this I do stir in because it has to kind of evenly be in there. And I'm going to show it at the end. Don't worry. Just don't want to gross anyone out with my hand because it, you know, it's just my food anyway. If it was someone else's food, I would just be like, I'm not going to do it till tomorrow. To my hands, not funky looking. Okay, so smash all this in. Not too much, just enough to where everything kind of gets saturated. I want to share Easter memory. I told my mom about this today. When we were young, every year they would take us to this park in Pomona. I never knew where it was at. I can't remember where it was at because we were young. But I always remember it was really early in the morning. Like, it was early in the morning, the Saturday before Easter. And there were a whole bunch of kids. And it was in Pomona. And we were all these kids, different ages. There was little kids. And there was little kids up to like maybe junior high age. And then we were all like in a line. And we would just run and then get the eggs and stuff. The little candied eggs. And I always remember the little chocolate mini Hershey eggs. Because I really liked those. And I remember one year, I think it was like the last time, we got there late. And my younger brother, he was really young. Like maybe preschool age. And so we got there late. And I think they missed it or something. I forgot. That was just the last time I remember going. And then she reminded me how in Diamond Bar they used to have this snow thing during the holidays too, that they would shoot snow out of the fire truck. So we this might be California, but we bring the snow over to our areas. Okay, so cream of onions in there. Oh, I have one more thing of paper towels over there. I run through paper towels so easily, like so fast, and I'm always like, I'm gonna be a little tighter with them next time. No. Okay. Last but not least is adding. I don't think I add butter. That's with the cornflakes, because you mix the cornflakes in the butter. And that's why you have the butter with that, because you mix the cornflakes in. So I'm going to take this cheddar Gruyere that I shredded. And get the residual stuff. It smells really good. That's why I like freezing it, because it smells amazing. Like that Gruyere and everything. And then, oh my god, it feels so easy. It feels so like fluffy, like snow. And I'm finally using the bakery mat I begged my dad to get when he was ordering off Walmart. He was ordering off Walmart.com like months ago. I was like, he's like, what's that other thing in there? And I was like, it's a mat to like make pizza and for baking and stuff. I'm using it to shred the cheese. But since I have it now, well, cleaned off, next time I make my pizza, I'm gonna do it on this. Okay, so put this in. Whoa. Okay. And now I'm just gonna put the Monterey Jack. I need to get rid of this. And then I remember going to like Easter brunch, going to like the aunt's houses in LA, my mom's aunts. Easter clothes, all that stuff. It was funny, this guy in the group thing, he was like he's real quiet and real tall, quiet guy. But he talks sometimes. And he's all, so they were like, so what's everyone's Easter plans? And like they started with him or whatever, and he was like, I mean, I'm just gonna do same old, you know what? He said the word. It was hilarious. He was all laughing. He was cracking up so hard. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that guy, like, he just seems so serious and quiet. And I'm like, he's all, we were all laughing. He was laughing so hard too. And it was funny. And like, some people are like, they weren't going to go places, but now they are. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm like, oh, happy for them, but I'm still like taking it out of going anywhere. Okay, so that's it. I only used one slice of this, and the rest of it is the cheddar, I don't know how to pronounce it, cheddar Gruyere, and what's this called? Cheddar Gruyere and Monterey Jack and sharp. I usually have extra sharp, but for some reason I don't have it right now. I'm just gonna put a light dusting in this. I know I already put the ranch. That's why I don't want to put a lot of this. Because, and it already has the garlic in that ranch powder. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven for 1 hour at 350, which I have a feeling that's too long. So I'm just going to do it. I'll do it for 40, and then I'm going to check the recipe again. If they really said 50 or an hour, and I'm not just thinking they said that, then I'll just add some, like 10 minutes to it. But anyway, you guys, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good Easter. Oh, I didn't tell you about my ham. So I have a ham steak in the oven. No, in the freezer that I had thawing out in the refrigerator for maybe like the past few weeks. And I found a honey baked ham / McCormick brown sugar glaze type thing. And I kind of took elements of both recipes and I put all of them into a big gallon Ziploc and put the ham steak in there, and it's just sitting in that for the past few hours. It's like brown sugar, the mustard from honey baked ham, because I need to get rid of that anyway. So that, and onion powder, a little Lowry's. I actually followed the measurements because I didn't want it to be all, too much of anything. Paprika, 3 teaspoons of honey. I put a little dash of this, and I could taste even that dash. Brown sugar. What else? Like 3 big old heaping scoops of brown sugar. And cinnamon and ginger. Cinnamon, and see how much often I use ginger? Like never. And I've had this here for like months. And then cinnamon. So yeah, I put everything. I follow the directions, so it won't be too much of one thing. So yeah, and then I have the rolls, those Boillo rolls. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you guys later. I'm gonna put this in the oven now. But have a good Saturday, and I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.